Hi, welcome back. You ready? Let's go. We're doing something different today because it's so pretty out today in Maine. It's in the 60s. So I'm going to be doing a lot more of these outside once the weather stays pretty steady. So I just wanted to let you guys know. So, book one, the first book of Moses, Genesis chapter 20. Abraham journeyed from there to Negev region and settled between Kadesh and Shur. While he lived in a temporary residence in Gerar, Abraham said about his wife Sarah, "She is my sister." So Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent for Sarah and took her. God, but God appeared to Abimelech in a dream at night and said to him, "You are as good as dead because of the woman you have taken, for she is someone else's wife." Now Abimelech had not gone near her. He said, "Lord, would you really slaughter an innocent nation? Did Abraham not say to me, 'She is my sister,' and she herself said, 'He is my brother'? I have done this with a clear conscience and with innocent hands." Then in a dream God replied to him, "Yes, I know that you have done this with a clear conscience. That is why I have kept you from sinning against me and why I do not allow you to touch her. But now give back the man's wife. Indeed, he is a prophet and he will pray for you. Thus you will live. But if you don't give her back, know that you will surely die along with all who belong to you." Early in the morning Abimelech summoned all his servants. When he told them about all these things, they were terrified. Abimelech summoned Abraham and said to him, "What have you done to us? What sin did I commit against you that would cause you to bring such great guilt on me and my kingdom? You have done things to me that should not be done." Then Abimelech asked Abraham, "What prompted you to do this thing?" Abraham replied, "Because I thought, 'Surely no one fears God in this place. They will kill me because of my wife. What's more, she is indeed my sister, my father's daughter, but not my mother's daughter. She became my wife. When God made me wander from my father's house, I told her, 'This is what you can do to show your loyalty to me. Every place we go, say about me, 'He is my brother.'" So Abimelech gave him sheep, cattle, male and female servants to Abraham. He also gave his wife Sarah back to him. Then Abimelech said, "Look, my land is before you. Live wherever you please." To Sarah he said, "Look, I have given 1,000 pieces of silver to your brother. This is compensation for you, so that you will stand vindicated before all who are with you." Abraham prayed to God, and God healed Abimelech, as well as his wife and female slaves, so that they were able to have children. For the Lord had caused infertility to strike every woman in the household of Abimelech, because he took Sarah, Abraham's wife. Chapter 21. The Lord visited Sarah just as he had said he and did for Sarah what he had promised. So Sarah became pregnant and bore Abraham a son in his old age at the appointed time that God had told him. Abraham named his son, whom Sarah bore to him, Isaac. When his son Isaac was 8 years old, Abraham circumcised him, just as God had commanded him to do. Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born to him. Sarah said, "God has made me laugh. Everyone who hears about this will laugh with me." She on to say, Who would have said to Abraham that Sarah would nurse children? Yet I given birth to a son for him in his old age. The child grew and was weaned. Abraham prepared a great feast on the day that Isaac was weaned. But Sarah noticed the son of Hagar the Egyptian, the son whom Hagar had borne to Abraham, mocking. So she said to Abraham, "Banish that slave woman and her son, for the son of that slave woman will not be an heir along with my son Isaac." Sarah demanded displeased Sarah's demand displeased Abraham greatly, because Ishmael was his son. But God said to Abraham, Do not be upset about the boy or your slave wife. Do all that Sarah is telling you, because through Isaac your descendants will be counted. But I will also make the son of the slave wife into a great nation, for he is your descendant too. Early in the morning, Abraham took some food and the skin of water and gave them to Hagar. He put them on her shoulders, gave her the child, and sent her away. So she went wandering aimlessly through the wilderness of Beersheba. When the water in the skin was gone, she shoved the child under one of the shrubs. Then she went and sat down by herself across from him at quite a distance, about a bow shot away, for she thought, I refuse to watch the child die. So she sat across from him and wept uncontrollably. But God heard the boy's voice. The angel of God called to Hagar from heaven and asked her, What is the matter, Hagar? Don't be afraid, for God has heard the boy's voice right here. He is crying. Get up, help the boy, and hold him by the hand, for I will make him into a great nation. Then God enabled Hagar to see a well of water. She went over and filled the skin with water, then gave the boy a drink. God was with the boy as he grew. He lived in the wilderness and became an archer. He lived in the wilderness of Paran. His mother found a wife for him, and from the land of Egypt. At that time Abimelech and Phicol, the commander of his army, said to Abraham, God is with you in all that you do. Now swear to me right here, in God's name, that you will not deceive me, my children, or my descendants. Show me, in the land where you are staying, the same loyalty I have shown you. Abraham said, I swear to do this. But Abraham lodged a complaint against Abimelech concerning a well that Abimelech's servants had seized. I do not know who has done this thing, Abimelech replied. Moreover, you did not tell me. I did not hear about it until today. Abraham took some sheep and cattle and gave them to Abimelech. The two of them made a treaty. Then Abraham set 7 ewe lambs apart from his flock by themselves. Abimelech asked Abraham, What is the meaning of these 7 ewe lambs that you have set apart? He replied, You must take these 7 ewe lambs from my hand as legal proof that I dug this well. That is why he named the place Beersheba, because the two of them swore an oath there. So they made a treaty at Beersheba. Then Abimelech and Phicol, the commander of his army, returned to the land of the Philistines. Abraham planted a tamarisk tree in Beersheba. Then he worshipped the Lord, the eternal God. So Abraham stayed in the land of the Philistines for quite some time. Chapter 22. Sometime after these things, God tested Abraham. He said to him, Abraham, here I am. Abraham replied, God said, Take your son, your only son, whom you love, Isaac, and go to the land of Moriah. Offer up there as a burnt offering on one of the mountains which will indicate to you. Early in the morning, Abraham got up and saddled his donkey. He took of his young servants took 2 of his young servants with him, along with his son Isaac. When he had cut the wood for the burnt offering, he started out for the place God had spoken to him about. On the 3rd day, Abraham caught sight of the place in the distance. So he said to his servants, You two stay here with the donkey, while the boy and I go up there. We will worship and then return to you. Abraham took the wood for the burnt offering and put it on his son Isaac. Then he took the fire and the knife in his hand, and the two of them walked on together. Isaac said to his father Abraham, My father. What is it, my son? He replied. Here is the fire and the wood, Isaac said, but where is the lamb for the burnt offering? God will provide for himself the lamb for the burnt offering, my son, Abraham replied. The two of them continued on together. When they came to the place God had told him about, Abraham built the altar there and arranged the wood on it. Next he tied up his son Isaac and placed him on the altar on top of the wood. Then Abraham reached out his hand, took the knife, and prepared to slaughter his son. But the Lord's angel called to him from heaven, Abraham, Abraham. Here I am, he answered. Do not harm the boy." The angel said, "Do not do anything to him, for I know that you fear God because you did not withhold your son, your only son, from me." Abraham looked up and saw behind him a ram caught in the bushes by its horns. So he went over and got the ram and offered it up as a burnt offering instead of his son. And Abraham called the name of that place, "The Lord Provides." It is said that to this day in the mountain of the Lord provision will be made. The Lord's angel called to Abraham a second time from heaven and said, "I solemnly swear by my own name, decrees the Lord, that because you have done this and have not withheld your son, your only son, I will indeed bless you, and I will greatly multiply your descendants, so that they will be as countless as the stars in the sky or the grains of sand on the seashore. Your descendants will take possession of the strongholds of their enemies. Because you have obeyed me, all the nations of the earth will pronounce blessings to one another using the name of your descendants." Then Abraham returned to his servants, and they set out together for Beersheba, where Abraham stayed. After these things Abraham was told, "Milcah also has borne children to your brother Nahor: Uz the firstborn, his brother Buz, Chemiel the father of Aram, Kesed, Hazo, Pildash, Jidlaph, and Bethuel." Now Bethuel became the father of Rebekah. These were the 8 sons of Milcah born to Abraham's brother Nahor. His concubine, whose name was Reumah, also bore him children: Tebah, Gahan, Tahash, and Maacah. Chapter 23. Sarah lived 127 years. Then she died in Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron, in the land of Canaan. Abraham went to mourn Sarah and to weep for her. Then Abraham got up from mourning his dead wife and said to his sons of Heth, "I am a temporary settler among you. Grant me ownership of a burial site among you, so that I may bury my dead." The son of Heth answered Abraham, "Listen, sir, you are a mighty prince among us. You may bury your dead in the choicest of our tombs. None of us will refuse his tomb to prevent you from burying your dead." Abraham got up, bowed down to the local people, the sons of Heth. Then he said to them, "If you agree that I may bury my dead, then hear me out. Ask Ephron the son of Zohar if he will sell me the calf of Machpelah, and that belongs to him. It is at the end of his field. Let him sell it to me publicly for the full price, so that I may own it as a burial site." Now Ephron was sitting among the sons of Heth. Ephron and Hethite replied to Abraham in the hearing of the sons of Heth, before all who entered the gate of this city, "No, my lord, hear me out. I sell you both the field and the cave. That is it. That is in it. In the presence of my people, I sell it to you. Bury your dead." Abraham bowed before the local people and said to Ephron in their hearing, "Hear me, if you will. I pay to you the price of the field. Take it from me so that I may bury my dead there." Ephron answered Abraham, saying to him, "Hear me, my lord. The land is worth 400 shekels of silver. But what is that between me and you? So bury your dead." So Abraham agreed to Ephron's price and weighed out for him the price that Ephron had quoted in the hearing of the sons of Heth, 400 pieces of silver, according to the standard measurement at the time. So Abraham secured Ephron's field in Machpelah, next to Mamre, including the field, the cave that was in it, and all the trees that were in the field, and all around its border, as his property in the presence of the sons of Heth, before all who entered the gate of Ephron's city. After this Abraham buried his wife Sarah in the cave in the field of Machpelah near Mamre, that is Hebron, in the land of Canaan. So Abraham secured the field and the cave that was in it as a burial site from the sons of Heth. Let's take a quiet moment to pray together. Father, thank you for being here with us right now. Thank you for the stillness, the breath, the gentle peace that settles in when we pause and turn our hearts towards you. As we sit with chapters 20 through 23, I'm reminded of how patient you are with us, how you guide us like a loving father guiding a child, steady, calm, and full of understanding. Lord, you spoke to Abraham and said, "My covenant I will establish." Genesis 17, verse 21. And even though that promise was spoken thousands of years ago, it still reaches us today. It reminds us that you are a God who keeps his word, a God who doesn't forget his children, a God who holds our lives with intention, even when we can't see the full picture. Help us trust that, especially in the moments we feel unsure or overwhelmed. Father, when Isaac was born, Sarah said, "The Lord has made me laugh, and all who hear will laugh with me." Genesis 21, verse 6. There's something so tender in that you can take years of waiting, years of hoping, years of wondering, and turn them into joy. Lord, for the person listening right now, bring that kind of joy into their life. Bring laughter back into places that felt heavy. Bring hope back into places that feel tired. Bring light into the corners of their heart that have been quiet for too long. And God, when Abraham faced the hardest moment of his life, you provided. Your word says, "The Lord will provide." Genesis 22, verse 14. And that truth will still stand strong today. For the person listening who feels stretched thin, for the one who's worried about tomorrow, for the one who feels tired, feels like crying and carrying too much, remind them that you are still the God who provides. You're not just in material things, but in strength, in peace, in clarity, in comfort, in direction, and in emotional healing. Lord, help us apply these chapters to our lives today. When fear tries to speak, remind us of your covenant, that you are with us, that you are for us, that you don't abandon your children. When discouragement settles in, remind us that joy can still come, even after long seasons of waiting. When we face something that feels too big, remind us that you are our provider in our homes, in our families, in our minds, in our hearts. Father, hold the person listening right now the way a loving father holds a child, gently, securely, without rushing, without judgment. Let them feel safe in your presence. Let them feel steady in your love. Let them feel seen, known, and deeply understood. Walk with them through whatever they're facing today, the decisions, the worries, the healing, the waiting, the becoming. Thank you for being gentle with our hearts. Thank you for loving us with a love that doesn't waver. Thank you for guiding us, protecting us, and providing us in ways we can feel and in ways we can't see yet. In your holy, matchless, mighty name, amen. And I will see you on Sunday for chapters 24 through 27. Thanks for being here with me today.